I remember the days, always at the same place, the same people every day. I will never forget this black old Corvette standing in front of my way. We were both in high school. I thought I was a fool. Oh, when I was falling for you. You keep drawing me in, and I know it's a sin. But even so, yeah, I need you. You taste like candy. Eat you on a Sunday. Feel so bittersweet, knowing I can leave. You taste like candy. Eat you on a Sunday. I can feel the beat on my heart and peace. 'Cause you taste like candy. I remember the night when you kissed me goodbye, and I said I'd be just fine. The next day you were gone, but you car and moved on. But looking back, I still want you. You taste like candy. Eat you on a Sunday. Feel so bittersweet, knowing I can leave. You taste like candy. Eat you on a Sunday. I can feel the beat on my heart and peace. 'Cause you taste like candy. Tasty. You on a Sunday, feel so bittersweet, knowing I can live. You taste like candy, eat you on a Sunday. I can feel the beat of my heart increase. 'Cause it tastes like candy.
Burn 'em. How much money I be making, I'ma burn 'em. Burn 'em, I'ma murk 'em. And if they playing with this fire, I'ma burn 'em. Murder, it's a murder. Disrespect us, I'ma spark it, I'ma burn 'em. And I'll be searching, I'll be lurking, I'ma hurt 'em. And all these bridges that I'm building, I'ma burn 'em. Burn 'em, burn 'em. How much money I be making, I'ma burn 'em. Burn 'em. Smoke it up. Burn 'em. Whopping niggas bucket, I'ma serve 'em. Spinning on a block with a mop, I disturb 'em. I never killed a nigga, but I'm ready to spit a hollow right on a person. And the curse, I'm about to merge on a nigga's turf. I'ma let a nigga burn, let him burn. And these pussies better learn. When I pull up, I'ma burst. Make a nigga see stars, finna leave him on a curb. Burn 'em, burn 'em. All this money I be making, I'ma burn 'em. Burn 'em. Run him down till he out of town. And I got it on me, nigga, don't you fuck around. Moving with a stick, it's in the whip, not the shift. But I'll switch it to the beam when I'm standing on your ground. You should know to never come around my town. You're not welcome in the hood cause you a clown. I got shooters ready just to lay you down. And they not afraid to waste a couple rounds. Burn 'em, burn 'em. All this money I be making, I'ma burn 'em.
Aha. What is up? What is up? How you guys fucking doing? I know y'all hear me. I know y'all hear me. I'm not gonna switch to my cam. But yeah, we're about to start. We are about to start. How is everyone doing? Ooh, Toast is in the chat too. Isn't that crazy? We gotta. I'm a mod in his thing. We gotta make him a mod. Isn't it crazy how that shit works? Hold on, we'll do this right now. Mr. Toast is here. He's like, hey, yo. There he is. I think it worked. Yes, it did. Big yacht. Oh, Mr. David. I don't know why I don't have you Deb as mods. I'm dumb for that. I am dumb for that. I am big stupid, as some might say. What's up, Koy? That's a new one. That is a new one. But yeah. You guys ready to say hi to these people? Better run or I'm gonna eat you. Ivo, how you doing? JMB, Deg, Josh, Vic Yacht, D-Koy, and Toast are in the call, but they're saying hi and stream really quick. Tong, what is up? Deg, the cutie. You know him. AJ, what is up? Madness, what is up? Klondike, what is up? How is everyone doing? The homies, people pulling through. But yeah. Vic, that kind of sucks. But yeah. Okay. Hello.
What's up? Yeah.
How we doing?
Just messing around in chat.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh fuck. That was so weird for me seeing a verified thing in my chat. Like I was so confused for a sec, 'cause it's like it's just weird seeing a check mark. Very, very weird. I don't know why. For me, it's odd. I'm not used to it. I was in my head. I was like, "Who is this?" Like, "Oh, he's in the fucking call. I'm an idiot. Like, what am I?" But yeah, hi everyone. Oh my God, it's D-Koy. I can hear birds in his closet. Nightbot is verified checkmark too. That's actually fact. Nightbot, you know what? You're spitting right now. Nightbot does have a checkmark. You know that's my fault. But you know what I mean. I could get Nightbot to say some dumb shit.
Oh yeah, we can talk about how hype that track is.
Which track?
In person.
Which one?
Birds in my closet.
Oh yeah, that's facts actually.
Oh.
Just analysis of that. Analyze that.
I haven't listened to it in a minute, but
maybe after we can watch it really quick. Get David. We'll put him on the spot because he'll be super uncomfortable. So it's always fun to do that.
no, I don't want to put him on the spot.
Yeah, I will though. So you don't have to take the blame for it. I'll do it. Okay. He'll just get mad at me. You won't have to worry about it. He'll like shit talk me after.
Yep.
Yeah, you know. Yup. But yeah, we're about to get this shit going. Hi everyone in chat. I hate D-Koy. He got rid of his sexy ass fucking beard. He's still sexy.
Here I am. I'm trying to grow one.
Oh yeah, you are.
I'm trying.
You got it.
I haven't like gone past this point ever before, so we'll see what happens after this.
Nightbot's a fake homie. He tells people to donate but doesn't donate himself. The fuck out of here. Yo, for real. Fuck Nightbot. Birds in my toaster. Yo, is that the new track coming out?
Ooh.
New tag team? I
feel like it doesn't flow right though.
Birds in my toaster.
Something about closet, the way that word is, has a better flow than toaster.
A bird in my toaster. Zoom.
A lot can rhyme with toast though, so you might be able to function some other stuff in there.
Birds in my toaster sounds like a recipe for disaster. Yo, you're the one who said it. Wait, was it you?
And then,
no,
like,
it wasn't. Fuck, I'm stupid.
You gotta do like a rooster sound effect. So it's like birds in my toaster gonna gobble like a rooster or something.
Ooh, okay, go off. I guess you're a rapper now. You're a rap channel now. That's what you are. You're a rapper. Yeah, that's all you are, bro.
Lyrical breakdowns. I'll
break
do
down
it.
the
Close to birds.
Ooh, okay. Keep going. See,
So close to closet. So close to closet.
And the album art is you just like half in a closet and half out of a closet. Like,
Everyone's just super confused to what the fuck is going on.
real emo like.
Bars in my toaster, Lil Toast. If you don't lime the
We
stream, you
can
don't get
go
a
all
toast.
day.
I think I know what you meant.
Lil Toast. Yeah, that would be my name.
Lil Toast. Birds on my toast. Just take it from the roast. Okay,
Or
Thomas
like
Rex, go
Lil
off.
Crouton or something.
Little
like
crouton.
Is crouton like a really small piece of toast? So it's like a double entendre in the name.
Just dives in way too deep. Oh
Yeah,
my
if you
God.
think about it, you know. When
Birds in my
people try and
toast,
have me break down my name to them, I'm like, it's just close and toast rhyme, and it's kind of how it came to be.
It works. It works. Lil Birdie and Lil Toasty. It's like a cute. It's like a cute little tag team in elementary school. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like, Tong is
It's like a
popping
nice
off.
book, like a nice picture book.
There's a toaster in my closet. Your dad left a rocket. Yo, you're just making up fucking bars right now, but go off. He's like, these rhyme. You want like thesaurus.com really quick?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's writing a paragraph. But
I'm trying to think what other ones I have that maybe I just went over.
it'll just come to you in your sleep when you're just in your dead of sleep. And you'll just think of the most brilliant lyrics or anything, honestly.
Some fucking random ass.
That's why
bar.
I have a little book. I always have a little book because that happens to me all the time.
You just think of bars and like write it
About
over.
to fall asleep, and then I think of something like, oh, "This is a good idea."
I feel
Content.
that. I do that
Matter-
thing too, and
I
I
need a waterproof one for the shower.
just instantly just fucking
Shower thoughts.
birds in my toaster. Put up a poster. I'm gonna just sit back, put the drink, in my coaster, on my coaster. I'm gonna fill that in for you. Drink on my. Okay, yeah, you fixed it. I'm good at typing. There's bars in my closet. That's where I left my toaster. Wait, I thought that was gonna rhyme.
Oh my gosh.
The toast is nearly done. Your life is nearly over. Bread in my closet. I like to call it a toaster. Yeah, no, we're done with that. We're done with that. Or whatever the fuck that was. We're done with that shit. Absolutely fucking not. Madness. No, that's enough.
Because I didn't name myself like So Close to Orange or something.
Yeah, some
We'd
dumb ass
really
shit. We'd be
figure that out.
screwed right now, bro. But all right, we'll get into this. All right, chat. You already know what is happening. It's in the title. We're gonna, you know.
Where did D-Koy? Where'd you get your name from?
Oh, facts actually.
First letter of my first name, last 3 letters of my last name.
Easy.
And it sounds like
And it just
D-Koy.
sets it. Yeah, it just sets it up like that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's fire.
That is smart. That is very smart. See, he's big brain really quick. He's like, oh, it works together. I'm telling you, David's.
Here I am, like
David's the
little
biggest brain.
crouton. D-Koy is like, it's a deep cut. I like that.
I put birds on my toast. I took it from the roast. I'll take it to you, coast to coast. Shut the fuck
Sammy
up.
Adams? He's taking lines from Sammy Adams.
Oh yeah, bro. And-
Coast to coast. I used to love that song though.
Dude, fucking Sammy Adams. I miss him.
My
Holy
college
fuck.
anthem.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Fuck. Fucking Sammy. Imagine someone was actually beatbox years ago. He could have been GB. What do you mean? What does that even mean?
Maybe. If I beatboxed back in like 2012 or 13, or
And just kept
I guess
it
when I started
training.
coming up. But I was watching like Alem and Reeps and Skiller, like all these people that just in my mind were so above and beyond
Yeah.
beatboxing. I was like, these guys are ascending to another
Yeah.
level
I
in
feel
my
that.
head, and here I am making just goofy videos online. You know, that was always the point, but
Yeah.
but people are like trying to compare. I hated that
Yeah.
when that people would try and compare you to somebody else, because like beatboxing to me was like music. It had its genres, and you like this genre or that genre, or this person's style or that person's style. It wasn't really like, oh, this person's bad or good. It was just like, do you like something specific?
Yeah.
And that's how I always thought about it. So I never liked that people would compare other people to others
Yeah. No, I feel you.
in a
For
way.
sure. No, I know what you mean by that. Especially when you were starting off like
Or
with the
maybe
scene growing
if
up
I
too.
was- maybe if I tried, but beatboxing never, to me, like I love watching the competition of it, but it was something that I liked watching from afar. It's
Yeah,
almost like I like watching people play video games more than I like playing them myself.
yeah.
And
No,
it's
I get
weird,
that.
but
You've
yeah, I
gotten
like
more
watching the
involved
competition.
recently, though, right? With the scene.
I feel like oddly enough, the reaction stuff has helped kind of expand my idea of like who was watching me, who cared, like what the community thought, and just kind of learning more about the community as a whole. Because I felt like I was like on the outskirts of
Yeah,
the galaxy of beatboxing. You know, I was just
yeah,
kind of out there. I had a similarity, but it just I just didn't fit quite in. But people recommending the reactions like really helped me learn a lot and meet people like you guys
yeah,
and do stuff like this or live reaction stuff. And it's been honestly a blast. I never expected it.
yeah. We're glad
So
you're
it's
like
been
in
great.
it, bro. Too.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good to
it
It
have
makes
you.
me appreciate it even more too. Like it almost
yeah,
builds the hype for me, especially with, you know, what we're watching today.
yeah. Yeah,
You
good
know?
good little segue. See,
Seg-
dude, he's such a
I've
you
been
guys
here,
are too
I've-
smart. You guys are too smart, bro. He's like
I've
it's
been
around.
around.
Planned out. He's fucking writing this shit out. We got a script. We got a fucking script, chat.
He's calling your intro too long. Bro.
It's alright. It gets cut up. That's what my editing software is for the video. The live is so I can see you fucking idiots saying some dumbass shit like Syntax eats Tic Tacs and plays tic tac toe, hit you with vibration, hit you with the flow. You're just going off the dome, bro. Oh, that was a bar too. That all added up. Let's go. Okay, I'm done with that shit. All right. Good segue. But yeah, we are going to be watching Mr. D-Lo versus Rythmind. I haven't seen it. I know Toast has seen it. David, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be diving in. And I got some questions. These are my my panelists right here at the end. And yeah, I might. It depends how I feel. I might pause it right after a round. I might do first half and second half little talk, and then yeah.
Sure.
Here it is, Mr. D-Lo versus Rythmind.
Welcome to the third quarterfinal of the SBX Kickback Battle 2021. Today, we have Rythmind versus D-Lo. First up is Rythmind. With 90 seconds on the clock, I say the 3, and I say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
D-Lo, let's go for the first round.
So sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That tech was nutty. What the fuck?
And that's time.
Stamina.
Yeah.
Round 2,
Holy shit.
D-Lo. Switch.
Yo, Rythmind, let's keep it groovy.
Wow.
Fuck. What the fuck is that? Okay.
Magic. Magic.
Oh, that sub bass hits so hard.
Elegant poise, add the beat, and then I make some noise.
Time.
Okay.
Round 3.
We'll stop it there for a sec. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. The first round for me, so far, D-Lo's taking that. I mean,
Yeah.
it seemed like Rythmind is doing the jump patterns were intricate, but there was a lack of like essence in that round for me. And D-Lo's just I don't know what it was. You had the counter for the tech at the very end. Also, I mean, I'm going backwards, but ending the round with the tech. You have the magic part referencing his wild card, and there's definitely some other shit I missed. But like talking about just
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was that fucking
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, that was nutty.
Yeah, like I didn't really like the structure of either of theirs, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like D'Lo had significantly more material shown in that first round than Rythmind. Rythmind just like started off with that melody, and then he was just like running around it and just doing different drum patterns. And there was some stuff that I feel like to an average viewer, it's like, wow, like he slowed down when he slowed down the drums. It's like, to me that's that's not a show of skill. It's more of like a gimmick,
Yeah.
and I don't rate it. I don't rate it, to be honest.
Especially
Um,
online, I feel like it doesn't hit as hard in the sense of like
Yeah.
like doing that in a video. It's literally empty. It's not like there's atmosphere that you're like, or
Yep.
the atmosphere is a lot harder to portray in a video setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then with D'Lo, it's just like it was similar to his wild card structure wise,
Mhm.
where it was just like these portions and then just add some battle style into it. Yeah, to me it was like it's certainly enough to beat Rhythmind's first round. So I honestly think with D'Lo, the best thing he's doing is he's doing enough.
Yeah.
And whereas, I mean, I can talk about Zeko, who isn't in this battle, but I don't know how much material he has. We'll find out if he wins that battle with Dilip, which I certainly think he took it easily. But yeah, like he didn't have to go as hard as he did against Dilip, so he might have wasted material that he didn't have to. Whereas I think D'Lo's being very smart with how he's using his stuff right now.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Toast? What's your opinion on this first
Yeah,
one so far?
definitely agree. And you're making me look at this a lot differently, analytically and structurally, on how that like D'Lo is being very tactful with his counter beats. I feel like that is maybe that's why he fell into that, because he had no choice but to counter, and he had to. If he didn't, then it'd be like, well, what are we doing here? This isn't a battle. The one thing that I feel that really takes away from these battles is it's not in person, and it loses that kind of edge that maybe would have been shown there. But yeah, you're right. With Rhythmind, I feel like he's more of a showman than he is when it comes to beatboxing. And yeah, like I guess when you break down the slow motion part, it's really not technical at all. It's just putting on a show.
Yeah.
And I thought that they both did a great job doing that and elevating like the hype. Like his last run, even though it's maybe not technical, it shows that stamina, and it's almost like a warm up for this whole battle that's about to ensue between these two. And I don't know, as a storyline, it kind of builds it up, but technically beatboxing wise, yeah, D-Lo is just above him clearly. It shows like why he's the champion of beatbox solos as opposed to Rythmind, a champion with looping.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure. All right, really quick, I'm gonna lock my door just because I have 8 people live in my house with me, so I heard like a
All
bunch of
good.
people walking. 1 sec.
but you're right. Like listening on D-Lo's round, you're right. Like it does have, it's almost like highlights. Nothing really
Yeah.
kind of gels it all together. It's just kind of moments and highlights
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is just like his wild card.
But I feel like it's smart. It's smart where, a full piece would have been nicer maybe, but it's the smartest thing to do is what he's doing. It's just like I can do things in all of these different areas, whereas
Yeah.
Rhythmind's just that melody and then just like drum stuff and timing.
yeah. Which is, I think again,
It
in
feels
this,
like a flex in a
Yeah,
way. It's
no.
showmanship.
it's
That's what it feels like.
definitely.
Showmanship. It's
yeah,
like-
and
Yeah.
that's what his
a
wild card
flex.
was too. His wild card was like flexing. Literally, the difference on this video is that you don't see the time signatures on the screen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
you don't see him pointing it out. It's just like there, and you're like, oh wait, like this is what he's doing.
Oh yeah. D-Lo did the snapping too. I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody called that out, but he did the
yeah,
Yeah.
snapping and
yeah.
yeah.
It's,
There was clever moments. I thought
Yeah.
D-Lo had really clever counters.
Yeah,
That was like the strongest element of his whole thing.
yeah, for sure. The thing again, going back structurally, is the transitions, like those are sick, but it makes the piece in this case, as like David was saying, like it like kind of takes away from that structure element. Like 3 transitions in a 130 track is kind of like a lot, I think. Like when I think of like what I have prepped for my material when I battle, and I'm sure like what D-Koy has for his material, you don't have like these crazy transitions where it almost seems like different tracks. And that's what D-Lo does like a lot. You kind of even we've
Yeah.
seen that at GBB, like he'll have 2 different tracks in 130 like very quickly,
Yeah.
which is like
Yeah.
very difficult to do, I think. But you're right, he has to do just enough, and he went second in this, so he knows what material to put out. And
Yep.
I do the same thing if you know what I mean. Like if I have something planned, but I have my routines and stuff I want to do, and someone like doesn't go to a level that I think that I can easily go above, I'm gonna use a different like set. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I always
easy.
wondered that mentality because you guys battle, and I as a fan, as a bystander, just looking on, like the thought of countering and stuff like that. How much do you rely on the person that goes first on how hard you go on that set? Like, do you try and KO in a second round if it's structured like these type of battles
Mm.
are? If you have the opportunity, or do you wait for that last round to really prove yourself the most
David, I'll let you start, and then I'll
strategically? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a case by case thing. You don't know what someone's gonna do in the second round. Like they could be hiding material you have no idea about. So, say the first guy finishes his first round and you're ready to start your first round. You don't want to take chances with being like, oh, I'll just counter his second round, because you don't know what he's gonna do. He could pull out something new. So you have to. I always take the shot. If you see the opportunity for a good counter, you always counter. Might as well counter 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, for sure. When I battle, I mean, my thing is, again, you kind of judge it off what they do to some extent. Obviously, if I'm going first, and the person, if I don't know them, it's different. But like, especially when it's super high level, everyone has crazy high level routines. But I try and structure it in a way where like they're different routines, where it's not like the same like BPM, I guess the best way to put it. And it's like I can diversify and show my set list with my like style, or my track rather, not my set list, and kind of adapt to that. And then I see how their first round is like, oh, they're going in, like I gotta drop like one of my best routines if I think I'm behind, or I need to get myself hyped up, and like I have mid to high, what I mean, everyone has, like, I'm sure David even has his own routines that like he thinks this is a lot better than others. Like I obviously have that. I don't know if you do, D-Koy, but I have routines that I think are like well above some others, and I use those meticulously. Like musicality routines are great pieces, but sometimes like I'll do a musicality routine and then I'll have like my very, like I'm hitting subharmonics and like vibration bass and like dark ass lyrics, like trying to diversify as much as I can. And it depends how hard they go, and like you just kind of have to read it. I know some people that I know in loops it's different. Like you gotta kind of just plan out everything accordingly. Most people, if you could, like, cause it's hard to like just think of, oh, I can do this right now within like the 15 seconds you have between it. And with solo stuff, it's a little easier to adapt in that sense. And then on top of that, counters, like if you can do the the technique or whatever the case may be, do it. It's gonna help.
Do you do research before facing somebody if you have time?
Usually I feel like in this era you kind of know everyone online, especially when you kind of like get to this point. Really quick, hi Base Venture, how you doing, cutie? But yeah, it's like I kind of feel like, I don't know about you, David, but I like know a decent amount of these people that I'm battling. And if I feel like I can win, I'll reserve some stuff if they show up and show out. And that's happened before where I've been like, oh fuck, like I got like, again, I have to use this routine now, like great, like they did something crazy and now I gotta step that up. I'll do that. And it's like research, I mean, I kind of feel like I know, again, a decent amount of people where I don't have to like look into it. I mean, sometimes I feel like I've gone on my phone and been like, oh, he does this technique, like let's see if he brings this, like, you know what I mean? Like literally, if it's online, I could be behind my screen, no one's seeing me. I can be like, oh, he's done this, and I like look back on it, and he does it, and I'm like, oh, let me see if I can like actually do this really quick, and that's happened sometimes. But it's like on a certain level, like just I stick to my tracks and counters. It's hard to really, but it was someone like like even like Zyfire, like I'm not doing his clicks. You know what I mean? Like there's no shot. There's no point in me trying. It's gonna make me look bad. like that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know. I just freestyle way too much. I don't have sets, dude. Not yet.
Not yet.
GBB is gonna be the first time I actually do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't know. Like that anyways, we have a whole nother round. We can.
yeah. We'll go into that. We'll say quick. Hi, Castle. How you doing, cutie? BV. Let's talk more. Watchy. Yeah, we got that. Liv. Hi, cutie. That's my girlfriend. Brock. What is up? How you doing? Question for Toast from BV. How does it feel to have literally inspired a generation of beatboxers and influential YouTubers like Mr. Beast?
I don't think of it like that, but it is weird getting some of those, not weird in a bad way, just like I don't know how to react to positive comments sometimes, because especially in the online era, you're so used to negative comments, and so you're just jaded. And so when you see like nice comments, it's like, thanks. Like my whole body's like, thanks.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I really appreciate that. And it is weird to think, like I shared a tweet because I made a video on Mr. Beast, and then Mr. Beast was like, yo, I used to watch you when I was 13. It's like, ooh, did I influence the community in a good way? Because I remember some of my videos, I was like, man, some of my humor. the youth of the internet has been taught some words that maybe have been learned from me. But I don't know, if it makes people positively create and express themselves, that's what I'm for. If people do that, and Mr. Beast, he's killing it. Other beatboxers are better beatboxers than I could ever dream or imagine about, and they'd be like, hey, I watched your basic beats tutorial, and now they're like prodigies.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. I mean, from that point of view, it's really cool because I feel like I'm influencing people and helping their lives out in a small way.
Yeah,
positively.
That's sick as fuck.
Yeah, I used to watch your videos.
Yeah, same.
Black Ops 2.
I got into it later when they were like a couple of years old, I guess is the best way to put it. But like I still watch them too. And it's crazy that it's like
it's a time capsule. Man.
Yeah, literally. And now it's just like, yo, we're just chilling. Like there's no like other, extent to it. It's like deep down they're just people and they're cool as fuck, and it's awesome they could influence you in that type of way. But yeah, hi Irk, hi Hershey in chat. What up? But yeah, all right. We talked a little bit between this round. Let's get back into it. Rythmind, D-Lo. We think D-Lo's edging this. Not edging, but, more clearly one, at least in my opinion. Let's get into this.
Yeah, it's not edging.
Yeah, definitely not edging. Clear win. Clear win in this first round for me. But yeah, let's go. third round by Rythmind. Let's get it.
Rythmind. Switch.
I'm just a looper, bro.
What the fuck? There's no way, bro.
Switch.
Yo, that's $500.
What I said.
Brother, I can do everything. For chap. For chap. Hit me. For chap. For chap. For chap. And that's time.
Okay.
Round 4.
That was
D-Lo.
something.
Switch.
Let's see.
But I'm also a looper.
Oh my god.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, bro. You know how loud that has to be to pick up on a mic from here, bro?
Get down for the dead, bro. I'm a gunman full scope with a headshot. Now kick him.
Time.
what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
That's
Carnage.
gotta be. Yeah, that's gotta be one of the best rounds yet.
That's so sick. But like, what the fuck just happened? That's my man. What? I have not seen anything of this yet, and I am very confused that there were this. I love the idea, like the creativeness behind it, but I was genuinely so confused for a sec. But like, what the fuck?
I was looking at D-Koy for Rythmind's his third round there because now I know this context of the way that he's doing everything, and it's I could just it's just showmanship. It's him showing like this really creative. I think it's a genius idea what he did, the setup for it, but beatboxing wise, it just doesn't come close.
No,
to
not
D-Lo's
even a little.
round.
Yeah.
Not
He
even that. That's not even his idea. Like that's been done before.
Yeah. No, I didn't
live
think Rythmind was
battles.
fucking looping. Obviously, I know he's not fucking looping, bro. This is not
Yeah.
fucking loop battle. Just like I knew it was happening. I was like, is he actually doing this? That's the main thing. Like,
Yeah.
like in a
Yeah.
level. What are you saying though? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was saying like it wasn't done. It's been done before, and it's been done before by people from Berrywham. Like I think it was
Oh.
Wawad and Beatness.
Yeah, and tag
It
team,
was
right?
at some GBB, yeah, or Worlds.
That was
a
GBB.
it wasn't a actual looper. It was just a picture of it on like cardboard or
Oh,
something, and it was on like
yeah.
strings and
Okay,
stuff. And then they were like, yeah. So I don't know.
you're
It's
right. You're
not like
right.
a brand new concept. Um, but yeah, it's just like filler again. Let me yeah, it's showmanship, which is covering for a gap of skill from D'Lo. Um, and I mean D'Lo with the counter. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so smart, and the way if you break the roundup, there's just two parts: the looper part, and then the one after. Rythmind throws the looper, and then he does like that vocalized lip roll beat, and it's like pretty hard, and I don't mean technically hard. It's like a hard beat, and he does like a vocalized click roll too, and then with D'Lo, he does the same thing. After the loop, he goes into that hard beat, but with like the tongue
Yeah.
bass. But after that, I don't know if you guys noticed in the last part, D'Lo also does like a vocalized lip roll beat
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
with the click roll too.
Every.
In his like yeah,
It was
so
just a straight
everything's
counter. Everything was
I
literally a
didn't
straight
pick up
counter.
on it
everything's
first
counter.
time listening. I didn't pick up to that, but now like watching their rounds back to back, it's a lot easier to distinguish. Like, wow, it's just like one
Yeah,
upping Rythmind in
Yeah.
pretty much every way.
yeah,
In
yeah,
every
Every way.
detail, literally,
yeah.
and then
And
leveling up the
also,
detail. Like,
yeah, yeah. And I know he's conserving so much material. Like this
That's what
isn't
I felt.
costing D'Lo anything. He hasn't used anything yet,
yeah,
which is why I fear for the other opponents who will probably have to face him.
yeah.
Yeah, I said it
That was
before. I
nutty.
felt like he's been holding back,
Oh,
and
yeah.
maybe it's just because he's at the mercy of going second, and having to counter, and he hasn't been able to just deliver us something that's completely unique to him and that kind of one ups himself. That proves like, wow, he's really evolving.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's a good way of thinking about it. Like one upping himself when you got to go first, and just now it's just like you're doing your own solo thing. Like you have nothing to counter. It's your time to
Yeah.
showcase. Like you gotta set the bar. But
Yeah, how does that feel? Like that pressure of setting the bar first for you guys, like battling wise.
Oh,
um,
I hate it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like going. Nobody really likes going first. You do it as a cocky thing when you know your shit's like good. Like I'm just being honest. Like
Yeah.
someone you're facing, you're like, fuck it. Like I'll go first, and it's just like,
especially if you know who you're going against. Maybe.
yeah, exactly. Like Biscuit will do that sometimes because he knows it's just gonna go hard, and it's funny and it works, and it's like it's the entertainment aspect. He's not doing it to be like mean or disrespectful. It's like I already know what tracks I'm doing. Your tracks aren't gonna affect me right now. I'm just gonna do my two
Yeah.
tracks, and I'll go first, and we'll leave it at that. And he doesn't feel like countering.
I just don't like going first because I don't have sets yet. I think if you have sets, there is a side that I would like to go first on, and
Yeah.
it's like you control the energy, you set the bar.
Hmm.
And if you can do something that's just like one upping what that person's likely going to do, it just leaves them with no energy. Like
Yeah.
the yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like the crowd wants like the level of the battle to continue higher. Like second rounds are supposed to be the craziest, so the counter on the first round should be crazier than the first round.
Yeah.
Um, so if it's not, then it's like this big emptiness. And, yeah.
Yeah, I would try and think like, would you balance hype over technicality, or try and integrate both? Because obviously you want the response of the crowd or the
I
people
don't
that are
fully know what you
watching.
mean by what do you mean by hype over technicality?
I guess like some songs can come off more with this energy that you're talking about. Like it
Mm,
has this high octane energy, but maybe technically, like Rhythmind's uh third round, like he his last beat, although not technical, has a bounce to it, has some type of hype to it that is kind of, I don't know, it's good in a way to listen to.
mm.
It's nice to listen to. Is there something that you choose? Like maybe not everybody wants to hear, 30 seconds of just technical beatbox, and they want to hear that little bit of added hype or that little bit of flavor that gives it not just technical, but gives it something that the crowd can respond to.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a crowd, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Uh,
people typing in chat, exclamation, exclamation.
Yeah.
yeah,
Drop
yeah.
the drop.
Yeah. Literally.
Okay, yeah, I see. I mean, I think it all depends on, again, the who's listening. Like at GBB, there's so many beatboxers in the crowd. If you do something technical, you're gonna get that
Right.
response, and that's what creates the hype.
Yeah.
Something technical. Um,
Gotcha.
it can be something, just hard hitting too. Um, yeah, it's really tough, and that's where judging art becomes, you know it's
Yeah.
that's where the subjective side comes from.
Yeah.
It's undeniably there.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I think that, again, like, touching on what D-Koy said, like the technical part, it can be very hype in relation to that question. Like if it hits, especially in a live setting. Obviously, this is a online setting, but on a live setting, it's if you're really technical and it hits well with the crowd and just on the speakers in general, um, that can be part of your routine. You don't have to differentiate the two. Um, like
Fair enough. Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah.
makes
So
sense.
you and sometimes the pre-drop can just be a very hard, like, liberal. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be some crazy tech filler. And it's just based on the atmosphere and the track slash whatever you're freestyling. Obviously, like, we're talking about this, like, I have more track set style stuff. David's making tracks for GBB now. It's just like I place mine in advance. If you're doing it on the spot, you better know that filler or that noise inside out really quick on your freestyle. And, like, for me, it's predetermined.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
yeah, that was a very interesting battle. I have stayed away from social media fully.
How you did that?
Yeah, I thank God I have, like, my beatbox and then, like, my main account. I was just, like, on my main account more and, like, my personal one, and I just kind of didn't see anything, and I just saw a loop station these two, and now I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And it's like some Smurf box type shit. I know, David, I don't know if you know Smurf box toast, but Smurf box is like does some shit like this, and it gets very, very insane. But
Yeah.
yeah,
He has like his style is just based off of layering as many things as possible on,
Yeah.
on each other.
As if it's a loop in that sense, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just adding and adding again these layers. It's fucking
Like
absolutely crazy.
he's
Sounds
gotten
crazy.
banned from servers because people think he's looping in like normal jam channels.
Yeah, literally. He's crazy. But yeah, one thing I forgot I was gonna mention before is, like, we were talking about this energy, like, trying to set the bar beforehand in a battle, and, like, David was saying, like, if you're going first, like, you're trying to set this bar really high sometimes, like, so that they can't hit you with that with that same, like, energy. And for me, like, we all saw, like, Villain versus dudes now, like Villain using Ascension in his third round. That is hard energy to match, in my opinion. Especially when you're a melodic based beatboxer, that is very hard energy to match. The fact that Villain can set up this atmosphere in a video is kind of nutty to me. That you can still have that, like, in all these battles so far. It's like these are really great pieces, but the one round that hit the most for me so far is Villains, of actually literally, like, feeling every aspect of that routine.
He also delivers it in such a menacing way.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of beatboxers don't think about the way that things are delivered, especially if it's lyrics. If they're lyrically delivering, sometimes it's delivered in a non-believable way.
Yeah.
And sometimes that just comes down to puberty, unfortunately. For a lot
Yeah.
of younger beatboxers, like,
Yeah.
they gotta do this, and
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's like, okay, but like
Yeah,
the Mad Twins kind of have that sound covered.
Yeah.
But, like, I remember having to kind of push my voice younger to get to that. But I feel like Villain, the way he delivers his lines, it just something about it. Same with Vocoder. I feel like the way his lyrical drops are, they're just great. Bizkit too. Birds in the Closet. I mean, It's all got some type of believability behind what you're saying, and then obviously the beat follows and
Yeah.
delivers just the same. But I
Yeah.
feel like that's something that I've noticed too.
Yeah, for
Is
sure.
that just
It's not artificial.
it's that delivery.
Yeah, exactly. And that comes down, I think, to just practice too. Like dynamics are
Comfort.
huge. If you can have a well, or a decent foundation on dynamically structuring your beats, even mic technique, something done to that, like it hits a lot harder. You think of like HS doing like his fucking 17 whistles in a row and bringing the mic closer to his like face, like you slowly hear the atmosphere getting louder and louder and louder, and it finally hits you in an atmosphere like, oh shit, like it's doing that strategically. And Villain's entire round is that one was fucking composed beautifully, and in this battle setting, and that was D-Lo was just like, I'm doing whatever Rythmind did, and now he didn't have to use his tracks. If I can get by, I mean, like David said, he freestyles, but like if I can get by a battle freestyling, which doesn't really happen in this case, like now online, because everyone has like 900 routines. Like if I can get by freestyling, like wow, like I saved like a decent track, you know what I mean? Or I saved time for one track, or like whatever the case may be, and that's really hard to do. And the fact that he's doing that at this level, like think about if D-Lo faced like Vocoder or Biscuit or Zero, maybe not Zero with the structure sometimes. Like if he gets bored, it's really just how he feels. But like the next three people in line for Kickback were those people, and if D-Lo had to face them, that entire battle is not happening the way it did, like even a little. Like everything is he's going off of what the performer does, and that's hard to do. But he's also shown that he can do that at live and in this fucking video setting. But yeah, I'm gonna go to chat really quick and see what they're saying. Zeka from Ivo. Zeka had the best performance since wildcards. Even if he quits the competition, now he got the respect he needed. I mean, yeah, he's always had the respect. I feel like that he gained mine. The first time I heard him was Silence in 2018. Came out in 2017 of October. That fucking routine.
Every time I hear Zeka, it's always a treat. It's always something.
Yeah.
A creative take on a sound, or I feel I always call him a chameleon because I feel like he really can figure a way to counter a lot of beatboxers out there, and just the way he does it. Oh, it's great.
He's cool as fuck.
I'm excited. I don't know. Obviously, we're not predicting that, but it'd be interesting to see him go against a D-Lo or
for sure.
Villain.
Let's see what else. I think Toast is making a good point. D-Lo's beats aren't super complex sometimes, but he executes them very well. He's powerful enough and delivers hard. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it would have been better if Rythmind went more melody and flow in his first round rather than throwing the beginning out the window and dropping drum patterns. I agree with that. It was just, it didn't seem like he had the that bar set for himself. It was literally, again, like you said, an entertainment thing. Like,
I thought Rythmind was saving more, to be honest. Like after I watched his seeding round, I was like, man, this doesn't even compare to like his wild card was way better, I thought, than his seeding round. And I thought he was saving something for this battle, but I don't know. I thought he was gonna come more musically with some stuff.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna. I don't know how much of stuff you know by Rythmind, but he goes like the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
And he does like the violin, like the string instrument stuff. Like I thought he was just gonna do that. It's like I don't know, in a battle setting, like that's one of the best things I've heard from him in that sense, like structure wise, and like I feel like he just did this. It's like, all right, let's get the video out, more traction. I'm against the top in the world, like one of the top, and considered one of the best of all time. Like just fucking.
But I also want to say, like, I think he tried to hold his own the best he could against D-Lo.
Yeah.
Because I mean, getting that bracket, it's kind. I don't know. Looking at it, it's like, well, you kind of already know the answer before anything has happened yet.
Yeah, for sure.
And just judging on how strong D-Lo's kind of had his return, and just kind of building the hype around that. I was like, well, okay, D-Lo's he wants to show up. He's hungry.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I guess I can bring one last point up, and I brought this up when I was talking to someone else, but like throughout like seeding round and this battle, Rythmind snares don't sound anywhere like how they did in his wild card.
Yeah.
And he released a video on his channel um explaining that he didn't like cheat with the audio because apparently like some people were like calling him out for mixing his snare differently. And frankly, I don't really care. Like, say, give him the benefit of the doubt. Say he didn't cheat, right? It still doesn't sound the same in the videos. So there needs to be some better defined like barriers for how you can edit the audio on your wild cards,
Yeah.
because it's clear that that is not how his snare actually sounds.
For sure.
Otherwise, it would have sounded much closer in the battles.
Yeah.
And it's also like that was one of his selling points to his wild card.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I don't think he should have made it into the top 8, but if there is any reason for him to have made it, that snare was definitely like one of the main points.
Yeah.
So it sucks to see that. Like, I don't really. It's hard to believe that that's what it actually sounds like hearing this battle now.
Yeah. It sounds like there was automation on it a little bit. You know what I mean? Which is like
Yeah.
This is embarrassing to admit, but I was editing a TikTok and I was taking the wow clip, and
Yeah.
that video does sound differently mixed than this video
Yeah,
that we just
and
watched.
Obviously, you have him mixing his own stuff in comparison to Sinjo.
I didn't even know that was possible, that you could do that. That
Yeah.
you were allowed to even EQ or mix anything.
Yeah, no, you can. It's just like there's a what's it called, a predetermined like thing, like for like David, you did online worlds, and for the thing it says minimal, like EQing, and I think like
Yeah, but that's vague. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna do that again. Like,
I mean, like post-production EQing. Like, you can't do post-production EQing. Like, I'm talking about like if you got dynamics and EQ on a loop station, that's fine. But that's not like
no,
live
post is
EQ.
allowed.
Yeah.
Post
It is allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and just the minimal EQing. It's such a vague term, and I don't really care what the term is to what he was doing. Whatever he was doing shouldn't be allowed. And
Yeah.
even if it was allowed this time, I just don't think it makes you sound like a different beatboxer.
Yeah.
And the whole point is like you want to sound like you in the video.
Yeah. And I know like
That's a good point.
Sinjo mixes in comparison to like the rest of the scene. It's cleanliness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like a hint of automation. It seems like in the drums, and this isn't. I've had the pleasure of hearing Rythmind live, and he's very clean. It doesn't take away from the fact that he's not a clean beatboxer. It's judging. We're not we're judging up these videos and the way this is all being presented, and yeah, it was definitely there was definitely some stuff that doesn't seem to line up, but it's also like it seems like he kind of just knew what his fate was at the same time after getting in, and
Yeah.
just it kind of went in that direction. Like there is, I love Rythmind stuff, and honestly, like I vibe with his like old GBB stuff and like his other solo stuff. Like probably more years ago. I don't want to be like sound that in a disrespectful way, but I got I'll say the word I'll use is disengaged from some of his material as of late. I liked his wild card. I'm not gonna lie. Like, not that I think.
Yeah,
like, it
I
should've
liked his
come in.
wild card
Yeah,
as well.
it was cool.
Yeah, it was
like,
enjoyable.
but it's it was just
I didn't know everything that was going around it though.
Yeah,
honest.
this is the level that
until
we
he made
yeah.
a video.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the competition is so steep. Honestly, like 2020, and I don't know if like this is because everybody like kind of came out of the woodworks on the online era, but this online era of beatboxing has really shined lights on brand new people from all over and really elevated the competition, I feel like,
Yeah.
in a whole other way that that this online era kind of helps. Because when I'll jump into a random server and there's like 20 30 people vibing, and they got their 90 seconds and it just goes down the line, and I'm like, this is amazing. And I guess this is where you guys get like how everyone has like 900 routines. You're just listening to all these guys just going down the line, being like, "Wow, just blown away."
Shout out the beatbox community, Mr. D-Koy.
Yeah, beatbox community.
Mr. CEO right there. But yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna get into I like the talks we're having. I'm gonna aim it more towards this discussion now that I have set questions, which obviously we kind of, generally go over. Voice crack. Let's get it. But yeah, so I'm gonna ask a set list of questions that I have on my phone right now, and I'll start with SoCloseToToast first because he's on my left, and then go down to D-Koy. So for the first question, starting off with the obvious, who do you think won?
It's like rapid fire.
yeah. So
Who do I think?
Who do you think won and why?
Clearly D-Lo won. I think his counters, like he's always been, he's been probably one of the strongest counter beatboxers the scene has ever seen. Whether he's doing a backflip or not, he's just crazy. But yeah, his counters, were next level compared to Rythmind's rounds, where I felt like he kind of knew his fate. He went into it the best he thought he could and tried to entertain, but at the end of the day, his fate was sealed.
Yep. Going on to you, D-Koy. Same question.
Yeah, D-Lo clearly won. He did everything Rythmind did, but better.
Simply said. He's like, don't even need to go into detail right now.
Yeah, we had the conversation.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's what it is, man.
All right, next question. So we're gonna start it off with Rythmind because he went first, and we're gonna go to Toast. What was your favorite part from any of Rythmind's rounds, and why?
Well, D-Koy kind of eliminated some of the magic that was going on with when he did the loop station thing, because I thought that was a really clever, creative idea. But now when you bring up the past, it always repeats itself. But still, I still think that was an amazing move for him to just do. And I liked that round, just the last 10 seconds where he just kind of went in and let it vibe out. And I think it was a good pivot setup for D-Lo at the end of the day. So Rythmind's favorite part for me is what affected D-Lo in his last round in a way.
All right, Mr. D-Koy, same question. Favorite part of Rythmind's rounds? Any one of them, and why?
Oh, this is tough, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, he was clean. I can't argue with that.
It's clean shave too.
I don't know. Like, yeah, besides that, he just he did what he could. Like, I really I don't want to. Yeah.
No, I know you don't want to do it negatively. You're being honest.
Yeah, he was clean, and yeah, that's all I can say.
All right, but we'll leave it at that. All right, so going on to the next question. So, what are some things that you think we're gonna go back for a sec? Obviously, we are all in agreement that D-Lo won, and we're gonna go and look at Rythmind really quick. So, Toast, what are some things you think that Rythmind could improve on to beat someone like D-Lo or someone of this caliber in the future?
That's a loaded question.
Right, can you say that again? Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. So, what are some things you think that Rythmind could improve on to beat someone like D-Lo or of that same caliber in the future?
Okay.
We'll give you a little time to think.
My non-prescription glasses.
No, you're fine. I'll talk to chat as you think about that.
IQ.
You're good. We'll talk to chat. You sit on that for a sec. Hi, Liv. Liv is back. I think I won because I'm the coolest. You are the coolest. Cyrus, yes, sir, you won. I love D-Koy's points. I do too. He's very honest and straightforward. He definitely brings a lot more insight and honesty that we don't see of dick riding in the scene. Is the best way to put it. It's not like it's disrespect. He's just sharing his opinion. I fucking love that. Why does this command exist? The lurk. Yeah, you're a simp tax now, bro. Let's see. Two of my favorite streamers together. What a collab. Syntax. They had a D-Koy for me. Arsalan Khan says hi, D-Koy. Hi. Was probably last 30 seconds, by the way. Facts, Jamie. All right. Hi, Shrek. But we're going back to it again. Toast. I'll ask you one more time so you could ponder a little more as I ask. What are some things that you think Rythmind could improve on to beat someone like D'Lo or of that same caliber in the future?
I think I mean, for someone like him, obviously he wanted to come into this competition to prove like he's not just a looper and that he had something more to deliver. But for some reason, everything that he's done with the loop station had something that he just could not translate over to just beatbox solo. And I don't know if it was because I think he just played it too safe or knew his situation and knew that he just wasn't going to be able to win this battle. But I wish he just kind of went into his own lane instead of match or try and do something that deal like I don't know why his first round he decided to do those like 15 seconds of just a technical quick beat at the end or just a quick beat at the end, but he just let it play out and he didn't even go all the way to 0 seconds, you know? It was like he just kind of gave up at that point,
Yeah.
and didn't prepare. So for him, I would say prepare more for who you're going against, or at least prepare for yourself more.
Yeah.
Because I felt like he just wasn't prepared there.
For sure. For sure. David, over to you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I think if I were when I mentioned, so they're both clean. I actually can compliment Rythmind too. He's like energy wise, he showed what he was doing as best as it could be shown in like the format that it was shown in.
Mhm.
So I think like no matter what technique or what set he makes, he will perform it to the best of its ability to be performed. So I think the only missing piece he has is like it's the actual beatboxing side to beat somebody like D'Lo. He needs more techniques. He needs more material. That's gonna come through time and being invested. I don't know how invested he is in solo. D'Lo's definitely spent more hours in solo than Rythmind, I think, or like more hours meticulously building things. Um, so yeah, like Rhythmind's been doing the same techniques, which are good. They're good, but it's not enough, and he hasn't made new material, at least from what was shown in this battle. He hasn't made new solo material in like a few years now. Um, so yeah, I think creating sets and actually finding uh, what his sound set is capable of doing. It's just time and yeah, meticulously testing and experimenting.
Yeah, that was really well put. Good shit. Yeah,
I feel like
I
he
fully
does
agree
that
with
with the loop station, you know? He does that with loop station
that. Yeah,
settings and effects and stuff, but with his beatboxing, I don't maybe he just does think about it the same way.
yeah. Think about it.
Put in the work the same
He's
way.
literally in Barry Wom, you know, the top class, and on top of that, the
Yeah,
recognition and
Yeah.
stuff they have to go to now, and contracts they probably have, and then on top
might
of that,
just not want to either. Like
yeah,
I don't. He could just not care, and that's all.
yeah,
I
exactly.
respect him for, putting it and doing this and even trying,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and going for it.
yeah,
and getting in on top of that, like that's still, you know, on his own personal scale, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
yep.
We're gonna shift over to the D'Lo side of things now. What was your favorite part from any one of D'Lo's rounds, and why?
Just one?
You can talk as many
Just
as you
one?
want, but if you have one
I'm
that
I
stood out
al
more,
I'll always appreciate drum and bass, and him doing that. I feel like he just because of the energy and the genre that is drum and bass, like D'Lo is like, we're just going next level with his last round in particular. Like we're doubling up, second device. He brought in the lyrics, we're kicking them, and instead of I think Rhythmine said punching him in his third round, and D'Lo was like, we're kicking him. Like there is just this one up situation that the doubling up of everything and the drum and bass just added to that. And so I like that he chose drum and bass to go with his last round.
yeah, for sure. Mr. D-Koy, over to you.
Yeah, I just love how thought out his counters were, which kind of covers pretty much the whole battle. Like
Yeah.
the whole battle from D'Lo's side was a counter. And yeah, I love the way he subtly, you know, doing the. I won't even want to attempt the Rythmind sound, but yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
yeah, just all those subtleties, they add up, and yeah, it's just really really cool to listen to.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Now we're gonna get another loaded question, so I'll give you a little bit of time to think about this again. But
What could he do
for
different?
I'm sorry, I'm
Hmm.
sorry. but
It's bring me back to school days.
yeah, literally. So this one is, what is it gonna take for D-Lo to be either Elise or B Art in the next round? So I'll give you a little bit of time to think about this. Video hasn't really been released yet. Obviously, we don't know what's happening. This battle's got over. Next up in the bracket is Elise versus B Art, and D-Lo is gonna face one of them. What does he have to bring to the table in order to beat them? I'll give you a little bit of time to think about this. I'll go to chat for a sec. Armin Loop, what is up? The fact that he countered the living shit out of Rythmind for every second is my favorite part. Writing him for, oh shit, they're talking about school. Yeah, go do your paper. If you have fucking homework to do, bro, there's gonna be a video on this. I appreciate you being here, but like, homework's more important. Don't even stress. Don't even stress.
It's the weekend.
Yeah. Syntax, what's
You
your
got
favorite?
time. You
My
got
favorite
time.
part of the rounds? What's my favorite part of their rounds? Rythmind, I like his drum kit and the like when he does this shit like that, like, and it's like, I don't know, and all that stuff is really fun for me because
That's
I
pretty
do that. I do that too.
Pretty spot.
I don't know, that stuff is like stuff I've been kind of messing with too, and it's just like nice to hear that with, you know, in a clean mic and a clean setting and everything. And then obviously just
Syntax.
D-Lo's counters.
What'd you think of D-Lo's like water drop beat that he did, where he kind of starts with the
Oh, the hollow claps
it's like-
thing, bro. that shit's
and
fucking
then just
nutty.
into lip roll. Oh,
Yeah,
like
no.
that hypes me up, man.
No, it's so technical too, which is like it's kind of overlooked sometimes. I think if you don't look at it in a
So
analytical
those are
sense.
considered hot drops.
Oh yeah, they're called hollow clops. It's like right, the hollow
clops.
clop combo. It's that and like clicks essentially is how
Yeah.
those combos go together. I don't do them. I've never really tried to. I feel like for me they wouldn't come out on mic as well as I would like them to. But obviously, you know, people I've heard do it. Video setting, it seems like it translates pretty well for D-Lo. Kenny Urban, I've seen do that and heard so many times that live. It comes out for him. It just, I don't know. There's just certain songs cut for me. It doesn't seem like it fits in my kit. But I don't know. And it also just won't come out on mic. There's also stuff like the babbly bass that, you know, I've only heard fucking Hunty Beats do that live, and I don't hear anyone else do that live other than like probably Contrix and Babbly themselves. So
Yeah.
it's like that sense. I love that combo, and it sounds so sick. And it comes out live for him. I can never use that in one of my sets unless online. You can get away with it and just turn your gain up a little bit and just hope that everything works out. But
Is there like a beatbox wiki by any chance, or has anybody created like something to?
Yeah.
Kind of
There's a few.
yeah,
Categorize
but yeah,
my
it'll,
round.
Few people.
it'll be better. That's all we're gonna say for now, right, David?
There needs to be like a legit one.
Yeah, no,
Kinda
yeah. Give that
Have
one
some
time.
History.
Yeah, no, trust me. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna preface this now. Give it time, and it'll be definitely a lot better. And I think David and I are on the same wavelength for that. You're a little out of the loop for this one, Toast. I apologize.
That's all right.
But yeah, no, there's stuff, but it definitely needs to be better constructed and technical side in a database, and
Yeah.
you know, for viewing purposes, everything needs to be a little better. And there's one right now.
Full
It's,
archive.
there's some archives. I wouldn't say it's fully accurate sometimes, and I wouldn't say it's presented in the best sense. And on the technical side of things, being a nerd, it's not really made well, just to say the least. But that will change within the next 6 to 12 months. You'll see a difference with that. Hopefully that's the time frame I'm shooting for. But
That's cool that that's even in motion. I just asked just to
No, that was a good
wonder
question.
that if like somebody's got something like that in motion. Or,
No,
you know,
yeah.
that's cool.
It'll be happening to say the least. But don't distract me, you fucker. I gave you guys time to think about this question because it's a tough question. But so
It's a dumb question.
oh fuck you, fuck you.
It's a dumb question.
So
I'll tell you why. No.
But yeah. So what is it gonna take for D-Lo to be either Alisi or B-Art in this next round? Toast, we'll start off with you. Obviously, D-Koy. has his
Definitely hold
fucking
that
opinion.
question for whoever you have on next, because that's really where it will be the most important.
Yeah.
But at fantasy battle wise, I want to see D-Lo versus B-Art, and I feel like that would just be the hypest battle ever.
Again.
Like yeah, like there's history, there's story behind all this, and in a weird way, they're kind of like the old guys on the block now because they've been around for a while now, and so I want to see them. But at the same time, I'm a big fan of Alisi, and I feel like every track that he has a good vibe, and I don't know. I feel like D-Lo will be able to counter the vibe because he was able to do it. Like I thought Rythmind was going to bring musicality more to his set, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And I feel like D-Lo is just sitting on some bread in the oven, just ready to serve it up to these
Yeah.
guys. And I don't think it really matters who he's going to go against, because I just there's something about when you see a beatboxer just in the zone, and I feel like he's just in the zone where nothing's going to phase him, and everything's just kind of working out in his favor. So whoever he goes against, who I kind of hope it is B-Art, just to see how that kind of plays out, because I feel like B-Art has been putting in a lot of work and a lot of grind this past year. So I just kind of want to see what these two guys have been cooking up, because I know that they haven't been showing us everything, and I'm kind of excited for the surprise.
Yeah.
about
So to
what
sum
will
that up,
happen.
like you're is keeping that same level of like energy and matching that vibe.
I think
that he had.
D-Lo needs to like keep up with what he's doing now, but now he may have the ability to go first and not have to worry about countering. But I want to see more of new stuff from D-Lo, so he needs to, bring out some new sounds, some of the stuff that he's been working on.
Yeah, just some like
you know.
new tracks or just fully developed tracks instead
Yeah.
of focusing on the counter, if the case may be.
Right.
All right, over to you, Mr. D-Koy. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
This might be a one sentence response, really quick. So let's get ready
That's
for
why I
it.
tried to talk. That's why I tried to talk in circles a little bit longer.
No, you're
Yeah.
chilling, you're chilling.
Yeah, I mean, what do they have to do? I still haven't like processed the question fully, but like,
No, just think about like what D-Lo would have to do to beat either BR or Elise next round. What do you think it's gonna take to then advance the finals?
I mean, it's gonna take everything it took to beat Rythmind, but more. I mean, I don't know.
That's a good
It'll
point.
be harder for him to make counters probably, because like Rythmind style is based a lot on fundamentals, whereas BR and Elise both have stylistically they're more progressed than Rythmind.
Yeah.
So it's harder to counter somebody with like a really refined style, because they have that style for a reason, and it's refined because of time that it took. So for someone to be able to counter a refined style properly, that's like way harder than like countering fundamentals. So I don't know. Yeah, I think he'll have to show more techniques than he did against Rythmind too. I think he probably has a lot of them. Um, yeah, I think those are all givens though. But
Yeah.
that's what he's got to do.
Bet. Bet. It's like,
Yeah, I don't think he can slack at all.
yeah. No, it's
just
gonna be a
following up with
lot
D-Koy,
harder to
yeah.
go full counter rounds against people like BR and Elise.
I mean,
again, it's like they're like David said in a very perfect way. They're more developed, especially in the solo scene. You know what I mean? And more so in the solo scene. These guys don't really do much else other than like at least see tags sometimes, and they both loop sometimes. Yeah, fucking. But yeah, no, it's like yeah, it's definitely something that's gonna be like, all right, now I really gotta show my stuff and use my tracks, and then maybe battle type sense where you counter for 10 seconds and then do your track or whatever. Because like a lot of things that are in my track sometimes like I map it out to like 1 minute and 25 seconds. 85 seconds for a round, and then I leave a little room for there or room for talking or whatever the case may be, and that's something you get yeah. That's something.
There probably won't be as much dead air in any of these battles, kind of, because they won't be dealing with the loop station or the transition, from loop station to not loop station. So everyone's routines, I feel like, will probably have to be a little bit more tighter.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
More control.
I fully agree with that. Hi, Germ.
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be
exciting
sick.
time.
Sick nonetheless. It's gonna be so sick. But yeah, is there anything else you guys have on the battle that you want to comment on? This conversation went a little more into the scene itself in depth, and I love that. And that's part of having Mr. D-Koy and Toast here. And I was glad we were able to talk about that and give insight on that, because it's something that definitely needs to be discussed. And you're an influencer in that sense, and now you could see it from the eyes of a very analytical point of view, which is
this has definitely been
different.
like a good perspective, eye-opening thing, because I obviously try and go into everything with this overarching like positive flair, but I want to learn, I want to know more, and I want the reality of the situation, and and just being a fan and not knowing all the inner workings and even all the sound effects. It's nice to learn like D-Koy or your syntax, like your guys' thought processes behind battling, because it's something that maybe I'm not necessarily like into doing.
Yeah.
But watching people's process and how they think about it, and even just watching other people, like other beatboxers who you guys are in the scene, and you're watching other peers in the scene doing something on the biggest stage in beatboxing. It's fascinating to learn what you guys think about.
It's literally
that,
what
and-
D-Koy's doing. He's going to GPB.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a very. I said this when we were privately before we go in the chat, but like, or before I went live, but like, I'll say it's to chat too. And D-Koy is one of the smartest people in the scene, and he's just gonna sit there and he's gonna fucking shake his head. But I will gladly say that he is one of the smartest people in
Taking
the
a
scene.
compliment is hard.
It is. No, it definitely is.
telling
And I tell him that all the time, and every time someone's like, nah, but like, but he is. And being able to like see this, even for me, there's things that he'll point out that I'm like, oh, I didn't think of that. And this same thing with you, Toast. Like, there's things you point out
Yeah.
where you think about it from a.
I was like hyped, and I was like, wait,
Yeah. No,
maybe
yeah.
I shouldn't be hyped about this. This is
Yeah,
like
no,
old
it-
news.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like it's not a disrespectful way. It's like, oh, this is what they're seeing, and this is what like
Right.
we want, I guess, judges to be seeing. And it's also what we get. It's like same thing with you. Like, it's very hard to be into this all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and look at every little detail, know everyone in every scene, and know every routine, and every like style everyone's having. Like, it's difficult. Obviously, you have to eat.
Yeah.
Live in.
But I
breathe the
want,
scene.
I need to learn. That's why I like even just asked about the wiki, because I was like, man, it'd just be nice to study up,
Yeah.
because especially the new people in the scene, that was the big eye opening, just joining beatbox community and just like seeing
Shout out.
big shout out, beatbox.com, and it's just that's what's really cool. But that's also what I lack in knowledge, is that type of stuff, and a
Yeah.
lot of like some details, like intricacies that I'd be like, I would never like know some of that stuff. And it's like that insider baseball that you guys gave me today, that I was like, wow, this is
No,
that's
I'm
awesome.
glad. I'm glad. That's why I paired you two up specifically. I
Appreciate that.
I have my own little brain that works sometimes, and I try and try and make it comparative, but not anything that's gonna clash in a negative way. You know what I mean? Not that I expect that from a lot of people, but like it's very different insights.
It's good to be constructive.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like
Yeah.
both these beatboxers I love and would listen to any day of the week and live. I love hearing them. Like I haven't heard D-Lo live, but you know what I mean. Like I've heard Rythmind live, and like even just talking with them in New York and like doing whatever. It's awesome, and it's not anything that I want to discourage. But I'm not in this battle asking them or talking to them as if they're my friends or whatever the case may be. Like we're looking at the beatbox side of it, and it's a competition. Same thing that you have to be analytical and take away as much as you can subjectivity and make it as objective as possible. It's hard to do so, obviously, but you have to do your best to make it literally as objective as possible and think about it. Like last time when I had Biscuit and Mix Effects here, it was a lot more Alex was talking about the scoring sheet and how he's seeing this and how they're comparing it. And that's a good way of putting it. There's a score sheet that's gonna adapt and probably change over the next 5 years. Sometimes there's gonna be different things that are gonna be put in, different ways of looking at it. Musicality, something that Mix Effects pointed out last time, is like drums are music too, and a drum solo and is a musicality routine in some sense. And it's hard to think about it that way when our vision is or our perspective rather on musicality is melody, and that's when or generalized perspective, I guess. Obviously, when I think about it in detail. Same thing with vocoder, EDM, and I know you guys are both thinking this is still music. You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to There's so many more layers that you got to peel back. We're still on the surface of all this, and that's why it's like I like having this talk, and it's the point of this entire thing.
In the grand scheme of things, I mean, I don't know if we have any documentation of like cave drawings or anything, but like, beatboxing as a whole is like pretty new.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
And so
it is.
this room, like the ceiling, there really is none in the room for beatboxing. Like it to me, this is a crazy thought, but I feel like it really is going to be like the music of the future.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be the only like organic thing once everything is so digitalized. It's going to be the only organic thing that humans will be able to like really create.
Yeah.
To give the emotion, to give the feeling and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. That might be a hot take, but
no.
Beatboxing really is
hot take or not. It's a goal in the scene, regardless, to make it as mainstream as possible. It's I mean, Kickback. You have to think about this entire battle as a whole too. Swiss Beatbox is a company. Same concept of how Beatbox community is a company. It's just their scope essentially in a business point is different. Both their scopes are different, and beatbox communities, that's literally what they do for a living. Like they have a whole team dedicated to that gets paid, everything on that sense. Or Swiss Beatbox rather, sorry. But they do their thing on a business level because they've been able to achieve that high level, and that's gonna happen with beatbox community too. And David's whole vision too, I'm pretty sure, was centered around giving exposure to these these underlooked beatboxers, and giving back to the community that is online and can't be achieved every time through a live setting. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I've heard this a lot from David too. But yeah, it's their business essentially, so they're trying to appeal to the most mainstream music and entertainment factor that they can. Same with Rythmind, like his presence is different than vocoder is running through a set or whatever the case may be. That might be less appealing to some people, and it's like, oh, he's doing drums that most people know. And beatboxing is transferring over from this gimmick to a respectable art form, which is it's hard to get that gap. If I start beatboxing right now and walking across campus, people are gonna look at me like I have different styles. But yeah, went on a little tangent wise. But anything else you guys want to add on that? Or David, it looked like you were gonna talk. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's I don't want to say problem, but I don't know what other word to really use. I just think that the what Swiss beatbox stands for to the average beatboxer isn't the same as what I think the people running Swiss envision it to be. And it's this almost like brand communication problem. I think, but um, yeah, um, I feel like a lot of people want them to represent the best beatboxing in the world. Period.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of um, steps they've taken and choices they've made isn't always in line with that. Um, they they've accepted, for example, like shout out level consistency isn't at the isn't at that really high bar that I felt like I came into the scene like watching Swiss beatbox. It always felt like it was the best beatboxers in the world. Now, from my genuine perspective, that's not the case. Um, it feels like now they're trying to globalize the scene, and that's a cool goal to have, I think. But I would definitely not have done that if I was in their position. I would just hold on to where we started, which is the highest level beatboxing, and I would have held on to that goal where and in some ways they do it like GBB. It's known as that's the highest level beatboxing in the world right now.
Yeah.
But then with their shout outs, um, they've accepted, if you're a national champion, it's irrelevant if your level is world class, you'll get on the channel because you're a national champion. And the
Yeah.
reality is some of these countries don't have high level beatboxers yet. um, and it's like this balance of, you don't want to say no to a whole country or community. You don't want to say no to their national champion, but at the same time you are affecting what people see your channel, like what it stands for. At least I'm talking personally. I feel like they've shifted what they represent in the beatbox scene, and personally, um, it's less enjoyable to watch their content now. GBB still is amazing. I watch that. I watch beatboxers that I know are high quality, but if there's a name that I haven't heard of before, I genuinely won't take the time out of my day to give that person a chance, as I've given that chance before and haven't been impressed. So I like trust my position in the scene where being online and live, I see a lot of people. I see, I find out who's the next thing is before like most people do. And that's why like if I don't know the name, I'm almost sure that I won't be impressed. Uh, but that's my it's a hot take.
No,
Yeah.
it's very informative. Toast is like, holy shit, I didn't even know this thing existed for a sec.
Well, I just was thinking about it more and more, and it. I get it. I get what they're doing at the same time to expand their brand, but as quality wise, the quantity over quality situation kind of I feel like falls under this. Maybe they're taking too many prodigies that maybe they shouldn't be taking
Mhm.
because it's a good title, or a
Oh,
champion.
okay.
A champion's a good title.
Yeah.
No offense to like beatboxers that are champion in their, in their location, but it, yeah, like you said, maybe the quality just doesn't stand up to what you would think like that title is stronger than what the beatboxing
Yeah.
may
Yeah.
be received
Exactly.
as.
Exactly that.
And I don't really think of a time that I looked back and didn't watch like a Swiss beatbox video, like no matter who it was. I don't know who this person
Yeah,
is. Oh, now I know who they are. Now they're like a household name. Like that they are able to do that where now I feel like they may have watered it down.
exactly.
Yeah.
You nailed it right on the head.
Yeah. Literally.
You used to watch a Swiss beatbox shout out to find out, like you were like, all right, who's gonna blow my mind today? Who's who's gonna be a part of that group now? Is like this
Yeah.
it felt almost elite, you know. And from
Literally.
the perspective of getting a shout out, it's like you've made it. You have been like the gods of beatbox have affirmed you as a skillful beatboxer. Here's your badge for life.
Yeah.
That's how it genuinely felt, and that's where like that's what I grinded for daily. And I also I feel like it's necessary to add this point because literally prior to Kickback happening and to the outrage that came out of the wildcard results there, man, so few people were speaking about this, you know, like these conversations didn't happen. And I
Yeah.
think it shows progression in the scene and things that need to happen and will happen more and more. um but it also was very uncomfortable for me to start voicing my opinion. um I've had to kind of grow to accept that this is what I'm doing. I don't
Yeah.
want to do it though because a lot of people are uncomfortable to talk about it. I think that's why to say anything that like Swiss is making a questionable move or these are the guys that uh, essentially made beatbox mainstream. So you owe a lot of that to them too, and these are people I respect so much. Um, and yeah, like there's a whole lot of you don't want to say the wrong words. You don't want to sugarcoat it either. And it's like this balance of
Yeah. You're in
I
this
don't want to
middle
burn
ground.
bridges. Yeah, but the reality is like I've had to become a lot more real because it's either not saying anything or saying it honestly.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, I just want to make it clear I I I'm only this vocal because I care so much, not because um
It's not because you're a dick.
yeah,
Essentially,
I just
like it bluntly
yeah,
said, it's not. You're not doing it to shit on the scene.
yeah, I genuinely feel like sometimes it's like you could be in a bubble and to be conscious of every perspective in beatboxing from your average beatboxer to your professional one who's grinding to go into like GBB to the ones already there and then the people running the organizations. There's a lot of perspectives you need to consciously like keep in your mind.
Yeah,
um
for
so
sure.
I just worry I don't want anybody who has such an effect on the scene to get into a bubble.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean they're on the precipice of 4 million subs now, and yeah, they're the biggest in the scene. They are the reflection of what everybody else sees of beatboxing. And what's weird of me to say that is I feel like I got that a lot on my come up. People compared my beatboxing to like beatboxing that was it. Like that's the only beatboxing these people knew because I'm amateur beatboxer, and then amateur people watch me that get into amateur beatboxing, and some people looked at that as like this guy's promoting beatboxing, and it's not beatboxing. And I got to a certain point where I was big enough where I kind of and we talked about this like way in the beginning about how I felt a little bit more connected to the community now, but like way back then, I felt like shunned in a way, and I kind of hid away because of comments or whatnot. But I got too big, and maybe this was a point for Swiss beatbox. But sometimes you lose touch of the pulse of you know your community, fans, whatever. You lose touch, and maybe they don't have the connections into these Discord servers that can give you this perspective of like what's really going on in the scene.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have really known unless I got pointed into a direction. Like if people didn't comment and say, hey, go check this out, I might have been stuck in that bubble a lot longer of just being like, this is what beatboxing is because it's the most popular beatboxing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really reflect about what the growth of the scene is actually going through, which I think is like this huge moment right now. It's going through a huge
Yeah,
revolution.
Yeah. That's what I respect about your opinion and your content a lot more. I it's fun just to watch reaction stuff, but you let yourself get into the the niche community like a lot deeper than you needed to because you appreciate it. You know what I mean? You didn't just stay with the mainstream stuff, which is perfectly fine, which some people do because that's not their main focus. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to be yours. You know, it's your shit. You do whatever the fuck you want. But
Yeah.
you let it because you care and enjoy it. You let yourself not just focus on what is most popular to the average, you know, the general population's eyes. Like you dove into the community's eyes as opposed to just the internet's eyes, which is
Yeah.
very important. And I don't know, it means a lot to our scene and our deeper scene, because going to COVID is when this all kind of went to shit in that sense. I don't want to say it in that way, but I'm just going to say it bluntly in the sense of like when the shift really changed is when COVID started, because obviously your in-person events where they could, you know, post like 16 plus videos of a battle would be there, and then your shout outs are more spread out and more thought out on what you're posting, what day you're posting it, dates posted ahead. But now it's come to the point where like I've been asked to do a shout out back in like September, and I just normally I'd be like, oh fuck, I want to do this right now. You know what I mean? Like if you told me that a year ago, I'd be like, holy fuck, yeah, I'll do one. And now here comes, it's about to be March, and I still want to do it. It's not that I don't want to, I love to. It's just like they have this going on. The traction isn't as big as it was in the sense of like I don't care about the views or whatever in that sense. It's like just the scene, like are they gonna respect my work as much as they've respected other people's work of getting on this channel? You know what I mean? Yeah. There's just this fine line between mainstream and pumping content out. It gets very, very analytical and much deeper than people may think. And it's nice to see, going back to this, you know, David's talking about this in his sense of being in a very, you know, generalized sense, this CEO of this online world. You know what I mean? There's no way to sugarcoat it. You literally started up this online world. And I mean, everyone knows that sense of like debt to you, not that you're asking for it, but you know what I mean? Like you helped them get into this platform. That was your goal. And that's great that it worked out the way it is. And it's working out even more because it's just the early stages in the grand scheme of things. And Toast is giving it from his influencer side way before we were even thinking about this in this depth. He's able to come back to this online side and be like, this is what's going on now. I don't need to just fucking look at the popular drops that have 19 million views, or I don't need to keep rewatching the same shit all the time, or going back to like
the good stuff is what gets popular.
Yeah,
and at the end of the day,
yeah,
it might not be instantaneous popularity. People are always thinking in 24 hours nowadays.
Yeah,
but sometimes it just will pop off later.
Yeah,
a week
literally.
You know, it'll take some time to grow.
Yeah, and you've done a great job
name,
representing that.
It won't be like bam.
Yeah.
It's a new name on the scene. It won't be like it's gonna grow, but like people will see how awesome the beats are or whatever, the new type of style delivery, and then they'll be like, okay, and then that gets shared. And
yeah, for sure.
Like the good old days.
Yeah.
I love your openness though. It's like I don't wanna say it the wrong way, but like you're very conscious of your place, and
I said it so you didn't have to.
Yeah. No, but it's awesome. Like you're willing to hear what the other perspectives. It's just not everyone's doing that, so it's pretty nice.
And not everyone's doing that with that much hold. Like, you know what I mean? You kind of for a lot of us have like gotten us into this scene. You know what I mean? And I know you know that we talked about that earlier, but like same as how we owed D-Koy this sense of debt, it also applies to you, and you're not letting it like again, don't poorly said, but like your place in the sense of like you're not in these battles. It's not like you're competing. It's not like you're always online jamming with, you know what I mean? Like you have shit to do. Like on top of that, you're a fucking adult. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people that are getting bigger are kids. Even me, like I've talked about this with David. I get to school and I've been doing this thing like more recently because it helps with like my own shit. Like I just like to do it as an outlet. But like I literally have school stuff to do. Like I'm I'm graduating and I'm gonna be an adult soon, like officially. I guess the best way to put it. Like, it's nice to have that when you already have such, I guess, little time that you don't need to spend fully digging into this. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking. You could very well be mainstream, get your bread, no pun intended, and get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can. That's what some people do, and that's what some people are doing, and that's
And
perfectly
that's-
fine.
that's
That's their
why-
route. But
That's why I edit the
Yeah.
hell out of my reaction videos. Like, if anybody takes a look at like the first half and the last half of a video, it's like cut and spliced, and things are happening. So it's not just some copy and paste. Because to me, like, like I fell into the reaction stuff. It was never like something I planned on doing.
Yeah.
But I feel very thankful for it at the same time because I was able to learn and I wanted to be a part of the community because I love beatboxing so much. It's saved my life so many times, and
Yeah.
you know, and you had no one to play with at school or whatever. Beatboxing was like my way to escape. So beatboxing to me is not just entertainment or battles and something. It's way deeper than that. So
exactly.
I care about it on a totally different level than maybe some people that are just watching.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to give this perspective, especially being on the internet for a long time and, you know, being semi-successful at it for a little bit. Like maybe Swiss Beatbox, if anybody from there watches this, they can just at least see a perspective of somebody that's grown to a point. And then like, I would argue, I just, like I said, I got scared of the community that I wanted to be a part of to an extent because I didn't feel like I really fit in. And
You do.
maybe they don't, maybe they're so big they don't feel. I don't know. I don't know who all the representatives and people within their company, and if they do have people on the pulse and in the servers and stuff like that, are watching all these videos. But I could feel they got so big to a point where, yeah, you get lost in your own community and don't necessarily know where
Yeah.
you fit in. I don't know, but that is at least from my perspective, and
Yeah.
they can fix it. They can make it great again.
Yeah. And it's like the best way to put it is like it became like corporate style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It went from being a building business, like I'm trying to think about it that way, to very corporate life where it's like, you know, entity, event, shout outs that we've always been doing, just give them out to people, make it as if we're giving out to the public. And this isn't the shit on them, it's just like how I see it, as like the quality, as we talked about before, is like quote unquote gone down. But it became this thing of like shout outs, make sure our community is relevant. We have all these videos we can pump out, so it's like, oh, we care about them. And it's not that they don't, it's just they're like focusing on their bigger picture things that it seems like they're fillers as opposed to what back then. Again, like I remember waking up, especially when I was like, when I got into champs, it was my first time trying to get it, and in 2019, that time I was like in the morning waking up and seeing a video from Swiss and getting the notification. If my sleep schedule was so fucked that I was awake and I get the notification on my phone, I'm so hyped that I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, great, it's like 5 a.m. and I get a Swiss vid. Like, this is nutty. Like, at least I get, you know, and it's from someone I'm really on the live premiere, whatever the case may be. And I get a fucking, you know, a beatbox vid that from some dude I haven't seen, or you get like a name like Collapse or whatever the case may be. We were like, you have this routine that's, you know, he hasn't shown before, this technique where it's like, you know, the quality is just much higher. And that's the, yeah, Hunter said it. It's Swiss Beatbox 2015, 2018. Before I go further, chat, I have been reading everything. We've been in this deep talk. I've seen everything. I love you all. But, yeah, it was, you saw this shift go to how do we stay on top as well as give back, especially during Rona season where everyone has this time on their hands now to do stuff from home. Like,
They just don't have all the best mics
yeah, no,
on their-
literally,
on their hands.
even literally.
I think
comes to
that's what they did good with the kickback. Did they not give everybody like?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
stuff to-
Everyone got a setup, so it's like an equal playing field.
Yeah,
That was the
I like
way
that.
to do it. It was super
They
cool.
should do that to like every beatboxer that is representing them, in a way, to
Yeah.
keep the quality the same.
Yeah, for sure. It's yeah. There's nothing else I really gotta add to that. I think we hit a lot on this. It's this is, again, David said it well. We love that you're in this position where it's like you're able to look deeper into this as opposed to say fuck it, get your money and get the fuck out. You know what I mean? And you have the option to do so. You know what I mean? I wouldn't get upset with you in the sense of like saying how I'm not upset with Swiss. It's like that's their decision, but I don't really want to do that. And I think it could go a different way, but you're like giving yourself and giving us this, I guess, time of day, which is like literally what the scene has been trying to like ask for now that, you hear like the same stuff all the time now, like being online, the amount of times I've heard the same routines from people and the amount of times I've just gone through my set list is like, I know these people heard it before. And it's just like, and I feel like this threshold has become so much higher to hit, but that's also just what comes with this was we really see what goes on in the scene, and it sets this bar of where we can go back to this quality stuff that we're trying to achieve as opposed to just pumping random shout outs from countries that want to give you a lot of hype, and that's super cool, but it's not the quality that we're looking for or that I'm looking for that I really want to see. If I wanted to see people just spam inward bass, I'd call Anthony in to ask him to get in the call. And like, but you know what I mean? It's a very different, and I guess, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. Like, I'll say a good feeling that you can appreciate this and, dive deeper. And especially with someone like, D-Koy here, who literally is like the epitome of showing everyone what quality is and being able to give these people an outlet. It's good that, we got you two on here. Holy fuck. The stream has been going on since about 2:15. It was about to be an hour. It turned into a lot longer, and I'm so glad that it has. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add? I feel like we got a lot out of the way. Nothing.
Solid, dude.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Well, with that being said,
I've worked up an appetite now.
you for sure. Well, we'll get a little jammy jam going for like 15 minutes if you guys are down. You could freestyle for 10 seconds. You could freestyle for. You don't have to. Like, I'm not saying you go for 15 minutes straight, but like we'll do our thing, I guess, for a little bit. You can jam if you want. You can sit back, do whatever if you're fucking tired. But on my
Look at
let's
chat for a sec.
so yeah, we'll talk to
Look
chat
at
as we're
chat.
doing. If only Dan could be a cat girl, imagine how many subs. Olivia, that's for Toast, and D-Koy, that's my girlfriend, so she's just talking to chat as everyone's doing stuff. Dan told me you're going to the store at 3:30. Yeah, I did, and then this came a lot longer. My bad.
It's 4.
4:30. Liv, don't worry. We'll get food, but showcase at 1K. Yeah. But I'll switch over to this. And then
I like the layout, by the way.
thank you. Yeah, that's what I've had the whole time. I just switched it right now, as you probably see, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna switch to my other mic. David, you're on my top left, so you're gonna drop something first. I'm putting you on the spot because I can, and this is my channel, bitch boy. Go off. Everyone loves your shit. You're fucking insane. Hold up, I'm fixing my mic, but that's fucking dirty.
That's what I'm talking about. Vibes.
Now it's time for you to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
off, Mr. Toasty.
Technical
It
vibes.
is time for you to go off, Mr. Toasty. I'm fixing my mic.
Are
really
you
quick,
asking
David.
for me to embarrass myself
David,
right now?
David, that was fucking
Damn.
Let's
nutty,
go.
but yeah, you gotta go off. I'll fix my mic really quick. But you go crazy.
That was funny. I was working on a loop station track before this, but I don't even know where I'm at on it anymore. So I don't think we're gonna do that. All right.
Let's go.
Yo,
I was getting lost in this sauce, and I was like, okay.
you hit some like overtones, bro. I don't know if you meant to, but that was fucking
No.
dirty. David, did you
I'm like
hear that?
D-Koy.
Did you hear like the
I
slight
didn't.
overtones?
I don't
I'm
think
like
so. I
I go
heard
in
like a
freestyling
poof,
every. I always
That was-
freestyle,
that
so I
was
always feel
sick.
not prepared every
No,
time.
you're chilling. You're chilling, bro. You
Oh,
hit
sick, man.
you hit overtones that were like that I just wasn't expecting. What the fuck? Chat, hype him the fuck up. This dude got most of us into beatboxing and he's still fucking popping off. He did. I put him on the spot. And we made him do some
We're
shit
scrappy
like
vibing. Those freaking Buffalo Ranch
that.
sunflower seeds are really hitting different.
They are hitting different right now.
Ooh,
You're like
my
fuck,
tongue feels like a
fuck, fuck,
desert.
fuck. That was sick as fuck, bro. That was so sick.
Thank you guys.
All right.
We'll have to
What
do
am-
loop station next time. I'll come prepared.
Man, you're chilling. We can go back around in a circle if you want. You can fucking loop.
Oh damn.
Let's see. Max probably heard this, but it's getting kind of crazy, and that is a fact. But how could you blame me? You gotta learn to react. You gotta learn it. It's getting kind of crazy, and that is a fact. How could you blame me? You gotta learn to react. I don't know. That's one I've been messing around with these past couple weeks that I haven't had fully. but yeah.
Okay.
Nice. How do you concentrate with with Olivia in chat saying "oof"? What that mouth? How do you concentrate with Your girl saying that.
It's just, she be saying dumb shit, and she knows she's
Like, how
trying
do
to do
you,
that.
and you keep beatboxing through it, just like unfazed.
She knows what she's doing. She's fucking
Your
around.
eyes just
right
get a
now.
little wider. Your eyes
I'm like,
get a little
fuck,
wider.
don't fuck up. But yeah, we'll go around one more time, Mr. David. If you want to drop anything that you've been working on, you don't have to show it though.
Working on.
You don't have to show it. I know, you're good.
Okay, hold up.
You never have to.
I'll do a little something. This melody's been in my head.
Bet.
I just need to remind myself. God damn it.
You're
Yeah,
chilling.
trust me. I'll do something good if I can get this.
You are always good, bro, and you never have to show anything you don't want to. If you don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, Max, that's the one that's not even fully done yet. I just did that today in that Beatbox International thing and fucked around. But go off, David.
Okay. I don't have no lyrics for this shit. But I'll say some ill thing to spit. Shout out to Tariq. My style.
didn't have lyrics. Does that mean that this was like a new version of something? What is this? What was that?
I just had a melody in mind. I freestyled over
man.
it.
Wow. Syntax, do not ask me to go after that, please, for the love of God.
You're gonna have
That's an
to.
outro.
You're gonna have
That's
to.
an
But
outro if
nah,
I
you
ever
still
heard one.
you still have to. But we
Yeah,
gotta
I'll
sit
fade my
on
mic
this.
out.
We gotta sit. David, make that
Yeah,
into
what?
something, bro. Make that fully into a 4-minute thing and
That's
just
where you
use that.
fade to black right
Just-
now.
For GBB?
Yeah, bro.
That was
David,
ridiculous.
David, that's insane.
That was a freestyle.
That's insane, bro. What the fuck?
Like the beginning, like the whistle with the bass on that melody, I've done similar stuff to.
Yeah, I
it.
heard something similar, but it was like you VIP'd it. You like remixed yourself,
Yeah.
You're fucking crazy.
and then just turned
bro.
it into something crazy.
What
Jeez.
the fuck?
Thank you.
Live,
Fact, you're really
dude.
gonna ask me
Live
after
liked
that
it.
shit?
Live,
Here,
live
here's a
liked
kick
it.
drum.
Live
Yeah, there
actually
you
liked
go.
it. Liv actually liked it, and she does
Is
not.
that like-
she does not
doesn't
like a
like
lot of
beatboxing?
beatboxing, bro. Liv does
Hell
not.
yeah.
She like Dilip's
Let's go.
fucking stuff. She did not like his zipper. She hates high frequencies, but she liked yours.
Hell yeah.
I'm not. She
I
does
don't
not
get how
usually.
you do it so good. You make it sound like the fact that that's a freestyle and you just seamlessly like integrate that sound and the bird sound like, and they're so good. Like
Thank you,
it
man.
flows so well. I don't get how you
Dude,
have that type
it's
of
like-
control.
I only freestyle, so it's like I
It's
guess
just natural. Like that's natural way of
yeah
doing it.
you get like these parts that these roles that you can do. It's like I don't know, garage band, you have like the eight
Yeah.
beat bar, I have that in my head. So you can
Gotcha.
just like you can string
Holy
shit
shit,
from
David.
garage band together and it'll work out. It'll be okay.
David, that was fucking nuts, bro. Even
Thank
your
you, man.
fillers are fucking nutty, bro.
Yeah, that's really
What
what
the
it was
fuck-
like. This is a freestyle.
Fada
I
da
don't
pupeke.
know, like, even the
Fada-
fills were on point.
Peke, something. This. It's dude, your fillers are
That
nutty,
melody is
bro.
catchy. The
Everything
melody
about
is very
that, bro. I
catchy.
can't wait to just watch this in my spare time in the background.
Thanks.
Oh my god, that was fucking nutty. Toast.
Syntax. I'm like,
Nah.
I'm like frozen in time right now.
You had to do another one.
He
You're
has
doing
stunned me.
it. You're
It's
chilling, bro.
been-
That
it's
was
an
fucking
effective,
nutty.
It's effective kill.
That was fucking crazy, bro. Holy shit.
I don't want
Holy
to ruin how
shit.
good that was. You know what I'm saying?
Just fucking go, you piece of shit.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
That was
was-
sick, bro.
I'm thinking like I don't know, some like epic trailer music beats are just like stuck in my head. I can't like think of anything else right
Dude,
now.
that was sick. You have a lot better
Oh.
like tech stuff than anyone would think. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I think David's like more on.
Well, I'm
the-
not
with
out
that.
there. I'm not out there. Like, I'm not really putting myself out there all that much, to be honest.
He's saving.
He's saving for GBB. Saving for GBB.
Even for my sleep when I'm actually good. Saving for the shower, actually.
Literally, that was fucking crazy, bro. Holy fuck! All right, I'll do one more thing. I'll just freestyle. I'll fuck around.
I forgot my whistle at the end.
Yeah.
There, that would have been the real kicker at the end.
That's the everything at
Whistle.
the end.
bird chirp, something. A dog.
Ah.
I should have hit him with a dog bark.
Yeah, the fucking woof. All right, let's see. We'll freestyle, even though David's freestyles are fucking. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, I gotta take my glasses off. Where'd you with Oh my god. Ow.
The glasses were weighing you down.
It's hard to fucking get like that fucking thing. It's so hard to get that. And I have to like cover my eye to fucking get it in the position I want. That shit hurt.
Head needs to be like turned at 45 degrees.
Yeah, it's like that fucking combo is so hard to get on a mic, even with like online. Like, it's weird to like, especially with this. I have the shitty mic because I broke my D5. so it just like doesn't actually work. But yeah, fun little jammy jam. This was a good little sesh. I'm glad that we were
Hell
able
yeah.
to do this.
This is a great time.
I'm so glad you guys are here. This is super fun. Very
For having-
different, but same points on the scene. Let me get your socials up really quick. So with Mr. So Close to Toast, what's your Instagram again?
It's just so close to Instagram.
That was it. I couldn't remember.
Someone took the original.
you
They
got
took the original before I could get it.
you got cucked.
Yeah.
You got cucked. But there's his YouTube. We all know him. He is the fucking homie. Mr. D-Koy has 2, so we all know Mr. D-Koy as the beatbox community. And he also obviously does his own personal shit because we heard it here, and this kid is literally way above GBB level in the sense of he will make it in. And he's fucking crazy. And if you think otherwise, holy shit, it's gonna...
Deaf.
Yeah.
You're actually deaf.
But
Let you know now.
yeah, the beatbox community on Instagram, and then D-Koy beatbox, right? On Insta, very personal.
Yeah. Yep.
And So Close to Instagram, and then Mr. So Close to Toast. He's got his own personal link. But yeah, this concludes our little live stream. I will keep you guys in the chat really quick. I'll talk to you once I end it. I'm gonna do a little see you soon screen. But yeah, chat. I appreciate you guys for chilling here. This is super fun. 2 fucking homies. Go follow them and everything. They're cracked. Thank you guys again for being here, Mr. David, Mr. Ben, homies.
Thank you.
I love you. I love you. It was so cool doing this. It became so much deeper than just looking at this battle independently and looking at the community as a whole, which is something that definitely needs to be spoken about. And having insight from, he's gonna hate it. Gotta say it one more time. One of the smartest people in the scene, especially when it comes to looking at stuff in this depth. D-Koy does not miss. He does not miss. It's like the fucking meme where he just does not miss, bro. He literally doesn't miss. And I would love to tell him that he's wrong sometimes, but I can't. I can't. I really cannot. He's too big brain. Toast. Fucking love you. This dude's energy is unmatched.
Thanks, man.
Fucking matched. I don't care what anyone says. Reaction channel, goated.
Gotta keep the energy going.
That channel in general, goated. Insta, goated. Everything, goated. This dude got all of us fucking going on the scene. Yeah, I know he got me on the scene. I came in later and I was still looking back in his fucking videos, and now we're chilling and just fucking around in a Discord and on a live stream, and it's super cool how mouth
world.
sounds end up becoming something so intricate and help grow as individuals and this community as a whole. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'll go deafen in Discord really quick to my chat. Appreciate you guys for being here. But this is the end of this. You guys can wave goodbye. I'm going to go deafen really quick. Make sure to follow them on everything. They have absolutely killed it and continue to kill it. Love them both. Chat, I will see you guys later. I love you all. Love you, love you, love you all. Back with the streams tomorrow. And we got this. Love you all. And peace.